Hello, in this video I'm going to quickly go over how I was able to manage bloated costs while running Openclaw. This is my user interface. This user interface has a backend connection to number one, intent router, that's what we're about to discuss, and number two, Openclaw. I can have it speak back to me, I can speak to it, I can change the different voices, I can upload photos, I can change prompts. So here's what you came to learn. Number one is this directly connects to something called an intent router. The way the intent router works is it will understand my request and it will ask, is this small talk? Is this a high reasoning request? Does this involve tools? Is this going to be needing additional memory and context pools? And based off what it decides, it will route my request through different models. I have stage 1, which is a Opus 4.6, a Codex 5.3, a Llama 4 Maverick, along with a Gemini 3 Pro Premier. That's the primary models that we'll use. Underneath that, it has an open router request where it will go through and use a bunch of cheap or a bunch of free open router models. And then as a fallback, I have a bunch of Gemini 2.5 Flash token APIs plugged in. So number one, it will reduce having these larger, higher cost models running simple memory fetches or engaging in simple status reports or small talk. It will route my request through to the correct model needed for costs management. Next thing I'm going to quickly discuss is your MD management. Every single time that you will speak to Openclaw directly, it will upload your context MD, identity MD, memory MD, skills MD, agents MD, all of those files. What I did is I noticed, on average, just for original chat, we didn't even have a lot of context. If you know, you know, it was 17,000 tokens in and about 500 or 800 tokens out. So I noticed we needed to get that down drastically. And I actually got it down to about 1,500 tokens in. The way I did that is I built a file called friday.md. You can see here, my primary command is my software that I'm building. The software interface is called Friday. The Friday MD basically has a bunch of primary bullet points about all of the additional files, including context, identity, soul, agents, etc. Primary files, and that is what gets sent every time. Not all of those additional files I named, instead just the one friday.md. That was able to reduce our token expenditures and usage drastically, over 80-90%. We went from 17,000 tokens in minimum on average. Sometimes I was burning 100,000 tokens in, 80,000 tokens in input, and we got it all the way down to 1,500. So having a primary file, and you can code into your file if needed. You can have a fallback where you can actually request additional agents.md, soul.md, etc. But actually it wouldn't need to call soul.md. It would simply call tools.md, memory.md, or agents.md. The soul, the content, the user, the identity MD, all of that's hard coded into that primary file. So that will help you reduce token expenditures drastically. Just to recap one more time, I built an intent router, so every single time I speak to it, it will first of all understand what am I asking it to do, and then based off what I'm asking it to do, it will route it to at least 12 different models. And number two, I reduced my context window that I was feeding it drastically. One thing I was worried about is whether or not the quality of the model would deplete based off that context window and the information I'm feeding it. It doesn't. It didn't, not at all. I think potentially there could be issues down the line if I'm running the same chat for a week plus, but as of now, consistently going back and forth in the same chat for hours and hours, it has not hallucinated or ran into any errors whatsoever. So this is a pretty clean setup that I built. I'm always going to be coming up with new additions and updates and upgrades to this. And if you have any questions about integrating Openclaw onto your computer, don't get your panties in a bunch. You do not need a Mac Mini to run this. And I'm not talking about running it on a hosting platform like AWS or Google Cloud. You can install this on damn near any computer that you have. So if you have any questions about what I just talked about, what I built, or you have questions and want to get integrated into Openclaw, maybe have a few tools that I've discussed here sent over to you, comment on this video and I'll find you and I'll reach out.